Hi there, Michael from Parallax Live here to tell you about the PlayStation Plus Instant Games collection for September 2015. First up this month we've got Grow Home on the PlayStation 4. The PC version, originally released in February 2015, it scored a MetaCritic average of 75%, a user average of 77%. Now this is the winner of the first PlayStation Plus Vote to Play online poll. It seems the voters were drawn to these two beardy weirdies, either that or Ubisoft's huge marketing budget, for it is indeed another of the publishing behemoth's smaller indie style titles. It is a third-person 3D platform/adventure game. The PC version has been widely praised for its pleasant tone and originality, but we do hope that Ubisoft has dealt with the bugs and control issues that plagued the PC original. Next up, it's Super Time Force Ultra. This is going to be available for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita. Another new title to PlayStation formats, although the PC original was released in August of 2014. That version's got a Metacritic average of 80%, a user average of only 67% though. This is a 2D side-scrolling shooter with platformy elements, its central unique selling point being the manipulation of time to help you through the game. It looks to be one of the better titles in this month's lineup, albeit one that's not particularly long-lived. Next up is Twisted Metal on the PlayStation 3. Now this was originally released way back in February 2012. It's got a Metacritic average of 76%, a user average of 77%. This is the return of the memorable, if not really classic, violent driving and shooting game. It does a great job of bringing the old template to the PS3 and it does control fairly well, although the single player mode is a little disappointing and I personally found the lengths of the rounds to be somewhat excessive. It's worth keeping in mind actually that this is a particularly good fun game in co-op. Next it's Teslagrad for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. The PC original was released in December 2013. It was first released on the PS4 in April 2014. A Metacritic average of 78% and a user average of 79%, so some agreement there. It's a 2D puzzle platformer that, as the name would suggest, uses electricity and magnetism as its core themes. The game's largely liked for its competent and clever design, but it has been criticised for having an inconsistent difficulty level, and that a fairly easy game is occasionally brought down by some pretty hefty difficulty spikes. Next, it's La Mulana X for the PlayStation Vita. This was originally out on the PC in July 2012. Originally released for the Vita in March 2015. It scored a Metacritic average of 76% and a user average of 78%. It may look like a rip-off of Spelunky, but it is in fact a Metroid-style combat-heavy puzzle platformer. That is, you guessed it, rock hard. Yes, another month, another rock hard 2D platformer. Why the hell do so many developers who make 2D platformers feel the need to make them rock hard? For goodness sake, devs, you're not Team Meat and you haven't made the next Super Meat Boy. In fact, if you actually bothered to put in something resembling a competently executed difficulty curve, people might spend more than 5 minutes playing your shitty game before they get frustrated and move on to something else. So, anyway, moving on to something else, it's Xeodrifter. This is going to be available for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita. This was originally out on the 3DS back in December of 2014. It's got a Metacritic average of 75%, but a user average of 84%. Although it's another Metroid-style platformer, Xeodrifter reportedly defies its budget roots with an entertaining platform adventure. It's pretty clear that Sony's vote to play stunt was little more than a weak attempt to hide the fact that, again, this month's Instant Games collection is packed full of indies and contains a grand total of 0 AAA titles. Nevertheless, we're interested enough in playing Super Time Force Ultra to name it our pick of the month. But good God, we hope that Microsoft's Xbox Live Games with Gold this month features a superior selection to this. Let's face it, they don't exactly have their work cut out for them. Thanks ever so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons and I'll catch you in the next video.